Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to the dev server. New patches coming soon, and we've got the first dev server here, so I thought we might as well have a look. Now we've got the A10A here, the Thunderbolt 2 early is what they name it. 9.7 beta rating at the moment. It sits right here as a premium in rank 6. 9.7 interesting beta rating. A lot of armament on this plane, but not particularly fast. It's going to be interesting to see how that develops at 9.7, if it stays there, because it's got a huge amount of weaponry hanging on her, but she's not very fast, is she? Now you do have some good pilot protection. The steel box for the pilot is 32 millimeters. That is huge. Bulletproof glass is nice. So there is that. You've got You've got this huge ass gun here underneath the pilot. This is just massive. Huge amount of ammo on it as well. I'm looking forward to playing with this gun. It should be fun. Should be absolutely devastating to ground targets and to planes alike, basically. Might be the biggest gun in War Thunder, right, on a plane. Although there's some 75 millimeters on some planes, so who knows. But we've got a nice spacing here on the fuel tanks. Nothing too far into the wing, so you're not a flying fire pinata or anything, so that looks good. But this gun this gun is great. Let's look at the options. You have this multi-purpose setup which has a lot of different stuff on it, and you've got some selections of more specialized loadouts, which could be interesting as well. But this looks pretty awesome, and this is huge. Got a little bit of everything on her. You even got countermeasures on this thing, which will be very needed when you fly this thing at 9.7, of course. Up tiers to 10.7. Faces a lot of fast planes, and this thing is slow as hell. So yeah, we're gonna have to look at this plane. But she looks good, she looks nice, and a lot of people have been waiting a long time for this plane. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. There's another plane, a new one for the Americans. That is the B-26B Marauder. 4.7 beta rating right now. It sits right here in the tree, rank 3, and yeah, man, I mean, this is an interesting plane. She has a lot of guns in the rear, one gun in the front that is a turret, and 5 forward-facing guns that are fixed guns. So you have offensive guns, which I love on a bomber. That is excellent. It puts you into the position to be a boom and zoomer. Always nice. We've got fuel tanks spaced out on the wings, nothing in the fuselage, so there's that. And you have this huge, you know, this is just fantastic. Look at all these guns here. 1, 2, 3, 4 turrets, 2 double turrets, 2 single turrets in the back. Good guns there. Very dangerous to approach this thing from the back. Approach it from the front though, from above or from below is easier, but you have the offensive gun, so you can adjust, and that should be fine. We have some options here, a huge amount of 100-pound bombs. You've got 600-pound bombs, 1,000-pound bombs, 2,000-pound bombs, and a selection of 300-pound bombs. So this is very, very interesting for the loadouts. You even have a torpedo for naval, which should be interesting as well. Yeah, the Marauder, man. It looks like a plane that I am going to like, definitely. No problem with it. Now we've got the Germans. The Germans also have 2 new planes, or new planes. They are copy-pasted from the Russian trees. And we've got a MiG-23 MLA here. You've got the last one in the Russian tree that is an MLD. So it's a slightly earlier version, but shouldn't be too different, right? She sits right here in the MiG line, of course. For the jets, right? It's the 109 line, or the 190 line. But 11.3 battle rating for this plane. You've got no armor on this plane. Huge fuel tanks from top to bottom and in the wings. You have the radar in the front and the offensive armament, 23mm 200 rounds, quite nice. Now the loadouts on this thing, you do have flares as well for the defensive part of the game, and a huge amount of selective variety here. You've got missiles, you've got bombs, you've got rockets. Not a lot of combination of those setups. You've got cannons even. But yeah, those 4 missile setups looks fine to me. Gonna look forward to that in the German tree. And here we do have the Su-22 UM3K. It's a little bit of a different setup compared to the Russian one. The Russian one, where is that thing? This one. It is the M3 11.0. I think this one has the same battle rating for the Germans. Yes, he does. Where does he sit? This one sits right here, rank 7. We've got armor on it. Good amount of armor protection for this one. Love the fuel tanks on this. Quite decently spaced, no problems there. We've got the gun over here. And of course, let's have a look at the modifications. Quite a few options there for the ground pounding. You've got missiles, air-to-ground missiles. We've got rockets. And guns, extra guns, pods, always nice. And the missiles, lovely, air-to-air. You got a little bit of everything. You do have the flares as well on this one. So yeah, the Germans have 2 new Russian planes from the DDR or DDR, or I'm actually not sure how you call that in English. In Dutch you called it a DDR, but I forgot the English name for the Eastern German part of the Soviet Union. Anyway, the Soviets have nothing new this time, unfortunately. Nothing new for the Soviets so far. It's all subject to change, so something could be added. Same story for the British, nothing new unfortunately right now, as so far as the first dev server. That might change, we'll see. Japan, same story, nothing new yet. China hasn't got anything new either, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but those 4 countries have nothing to offer right now. Now here is something, we've reached the Italians. And the Italians have a starfighter added for their first rank 7 plane. Thank you for not forgetting Italy in there, right? We've got an 11.0 F-104S ASA. Oh yes, lovely, a starfighter. Yeah. Let's have a look at the armor. There is no armor on this plane. We do have the, well, how do you call it? The flying fuel tank fuselage thingy. We have the offensive gun, we have the radar, and we have the engine nicely spaced out. Nothing in the wings, nothing can be fit into those wings, they're too small for it. There is that. We've got some options here. We have the 20mm cannon. You can exchange that for missiles or for some bombs or rockets. There is some options here, but you do not have the cannon when you select the AIM-9Ls, unfortunately. Would that be too powerful? Well, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe not. France has a Marauder as well, not the B, but the C version of that. It's lovely indeed. Where does she sit? Rank 3 as well. This one is not 4.7 but 4.3 battle rating. For some reason, the later model, the C, is lower in battle rating. We'll have to check out why that is, but she has the same setup with a huge amount of gunners in the tail that just looks awesome. The offensive guns and this forward-facing gunner is gonna be lovely, isn't it? Let's see if she has the same amount of... Yes, she does. She has exactly the same setup for the bombs and the torpedo. So again, also useful in naval. For the rest, the French line has nothing else to offer on this patch so far. Now the Swedish have nothing new, and the Israeli have a new premium. Oh yes. And where does he sit? He sits right here, but it is a Thunderstreak, an F-84F. I think now maybe the Thunderstreaks surpasses the P-47 Thunderbolt compared to this one. I don't know which plane exists in more nations now, this one or the other one, but this one is basically copy pasted. It sits in pretty much every tree, and yeah, well, it's a new plane. It's a premium that we were missing in rank 5 for the Israeli, but I like the skin, nice and colorful. But yeah, it's a known plane, and it's not that great. It is straightforward. It's straightforward. Keep it fast, keep it simple, boom and run. But yeah, the armor in this plane, we have a plate and a bulletproof glass. We have quite a bit of fuel tanks in it, and we have the guns here in the front. 6 guns, lovely. Here in the wingtips we have something as well, I believe. Yeah, there we have them. Okay, and we do have bombs and rocket options and combos between the two, so that is nice as well. It's a versatile plane, but I haven't found the other ones very stunningly great, so I guess it's nice to have a premium for the Israeli in rank 5. There is that. But yeah, of course, this plane is the crown jewel of this first dev server, and hopefully it's gonna be as nice as we all hope it's gonna be. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.